Welcome again. This is your number one live broadcaster, creator, original virgin for that matter. I have grown so many stages, ages in life that through the times you can tell what goes on there. You are only seeing on the surface, so you don't know yet what you are yet to encounter. Is the reason you must challenge yourself in training and becoming one product unto the Lord. This is the finished product of what I've been designing whilst I was live showing you, and it took us 2 hours live to talk about many things that led us to many pages, which nobody can doubt once you have that broadcast. So if you can't see yourself on a very quiet times and reason with the Lord what they are talking about, which is not as it is, so it is that you don't know the truth. That right now to talk about the Lord's court or the law court is because I have something really powerful to talk about as it concerns reconciliation. Where we talk of reconciliation, let's look at the word reconciliation right here. Yes, reconciliation. Like you see, I'm on other session trying to talk about other things. That you watch carefully what I'm doing. Now take a little quick look. That is what we've done here. It's what 2 hours 17 minutes right there. Now what I'm doing is I'm now going to edit or add caption, and look at this portion. This is where it matters. Where you see this when you are publishing, we need this part to highlight that what I've created is not for low key or children. It's not for kids. So I would like to say, what do I do? That's the audience selection. So one thing we are going to do, the plane is up already. Yes. So I have to select here because of my age, which already is not to talk of 20s. I'm not in the 20 range. I'm in my 40 range. How do you mean 40 range? I'm from 30 going 30 and up, or 37 and up. So my age already is 37 when I prove officially. So 37. So what do? I have to do this. Click here. All right, click here, and I said no, it's not made for kids. However, there's nothing that I want to say. I'm talking about that you want to say it's not for kids, but to tell you what I'm doing, you can say I'm the one selecting kids. That what is for great people or kings and queens, you want to say it's for children. It's not for children. I've never given birth, so that I can create. That's what I can say. Now, under this session, you will have so more. So let's see what probably you can say age restriction. Now, at this point, at this moment, you have a portion that says what? Do you want to restrict your video to an adult audience? Now, in that case, if I say yes, that means what? It will be what? Restricted to, let's say, yes, restricted or restrict my video probably to what? Viewers over. It means that I'm actually what? Saying that even though it's not made for kids, but I continue to say that maybe what? However, I want it to be on the certain range of age. That should not be above maybe 18. But what I normally do is what? I say what? No, don't restrict my video to viewers 18 only. Do you understand it? However, what did I do? If I say yes, restrict my video to what? Viewers over 18, it means that anybody that is older than 18 cannot watch it. So don't say that I'm the one who have made my setup that you don't patronize the business. You are the one who prevent the original people from going on. I'm the one with the setup and engineering that cannot fail. You have decided not to show it. You have decided not to patronize it. You have decided that anybody who find it, if there be anybody. However, if you are a good person and you find good, you have to what? Advertise it. So YouTube is supposed to advertise what? Or to leave it to what? People interest. How they also say that, okay, interest based. So that it won't be said that they have introduced to you something that they don't know or what you don't know. That is your best interest, you find it. So we tell, if you find that this is the Lord from heaven, I don't think you have to say until somebody find this to be what I'm teaching. As this part that concern you. Teaching and guiding and what? I will talk about the word today. You saw what you cannot stand. And I told them what you have to do. So don't restrict my video to viewers over 18 only. Do you understand it? So I have really stated that don't restrict my video. So if I had selected yes to this one, then I will have also this option. Alright? At least saying something more to it. So at the end of this, I have just said what? I have added what I have to say. What do I need to talk about else? I'll be talking about this same thing that we did. So to have a caption, I was talking about what? let's say what I was talking about corridor, corridor, corridor forward slash what Lord's court. All right, we'll say that the Lord's court. So the Lord, I'll probably say in this one the Lord's court, so that it will be not a shrine. The Lord's court. And at the end of the day, if you later see that it is the Lord's court, what does it mean? It is the same thing I'm saying. What is concerning this word Lord or word or whatever I'm saying should be what? Not a child, as we're saying. So don't listen to your enemy. Get the enemy of Africa. Great. Come out the enemy out. That the law is the same Lord. That is the only way. Now watch carefully. We have to move quickly to the main section, as I have to leave it. So click save. Later I can do anything about it. This is it. So we are broadcasting live. So I don't think I can just choose things like this to tell you. I'm not the one you are saying that you work for. You are not working for us anywhere, any side from these very studios. I was just coming here to say what is reconciliation. Now we are actually going to be talking about what? Tigo Airtel. Life is simple, as they say, but life is not simple from the past or since 28th November. And that's what I want to show on the traffic, reconciling that you have done this with wrong. I paid for this amount for internet just to way. You have not returned or you have not credited the data, but you have credited or text message that you have done it. You have also that you have what given a notice that prior to the complaint that I've lodged, you have what you have really complained result crediting. You have not credited the situation with solving or solution. You didn't credit the solution. You just text message that you have solved. You have not practically done it. You are only trying to say something. This we are talking about internet. Now what? So as ATM is money that I pay to you. So you can't take my money for somebody else's work. I'm not the one working in an area you feel like it favor or honor you. Due to your data bundle, I'm not supposed to be talking about you. You are the one trying to put yourself on my channel. So in order to understand what I'm saying, I'm not the one advertising what I don't really certify, approve of to be what? The Lord's word. You know what I'm saying? This is heavenly work. So I cannot prove you or I cannot put you here because of man and woman or sex or whatever. I don't have any business whatsoever to do with what you advertise. Because that's not my business. The only part that is my business is what? Talking about you doing the right thing. Now watch carefully what is doing the right thing. Now we want to take a look at what the word reconciliation. So reconciliation. Because the Christ Yeshua had reconciliation. Who was he supposed to reconcile to the Lord? However, they told you it is bad people he has reconciled to the Lord. That is wrong. The wrong is this: the Lord did not sow a seed of wrong. So if anybody comes in the conversation that he is coming to what? Reconcile the bad world unto the Lord, it means it's the Lord's own bad. When any good person also comes forward reconciling good person, then the good person indeed should be reconciling only good to his people. So reconciling the devil out of this place, come on, and the witches of it, come on and release it. You see what you can say in this form? These are the people you claim they were the one deceiving you, that they are the one working. Whilst I'm now live talking, they disrespect. Bear in mind, they will be killed and destroyed because of what I'm doing. The word here does not tolerate any nonsense whatsoever that is disrespect, dishonor. They have never schooled. They don't have any school. But with all the age that is 20 years and below, they are 20 years below or even not yet 20. So they are 20 years below. They are 20, 17 or 18 and then 15. That is the age they have. However, the human being in them is not 18. So you have to treat them as the Bible says what? Irrespective of age, grown up or child, you have to know it right there. You must deal with them accordingly. So you have to see what? So reconcile. So I'm not here to reconcile a child to God or to anybody. I don't have any God. So I'm not reconciling people to anybody. I'm a king. I'm a kingdom. So it's a kingdom that I'm talking about. How they don't expect you to learn to listen. So they are mentioning their showing the ghost of somebody. So finally it is showing that you are the one with your ugly human being and spirit. How dirty is it in you? Is a character you are showing, which you are saying Christ. So the Christ in them is this ugly behavior you're saying. That's what they came and so that's what Christ came and reconcile to his Father. But I'm not here to reconcile this rubbish to his Father, because I'm not from that level. So reconcile, like what is maybe this reconcile or reconciliation, that probably me put it that way. Reconciliation. Well, reconciliation. Now let's watch carefully. So reconciliation. You see the word right there. You see how it will be pronounced. So it's reconciliation. You say it. So reconciliation. So that's what it is. So say reconciliation. You don't just go there and say you are learning and you are English. You this country already, you have not learned it. Especially when it comes to what? The parliament. They have not learned it. They can't stand some of the game. Why they even how they pronounce words is odd, ugly. Like they can't express themselves in the age. It means they are showing old age. That you don't have anybody that should be old to be leading youth. Strength is opposite. You can't have anybody that is not a commando or a military or a commando, let's say a military in the youth. You know what is required when you are saying you are talking about age and your strength to back your nation. Then how come you want to put somebody who is weak, who is showing already age by the spirit? So when you hear their talk, it's spirit fight that they have not won. That is what is showing them in the way reserve and load suppressed in them. So anybody that comes to it like a tongue like this, talking and rattling this, you want to say that no. There we know you are an enemy. You are the enemy. You want to publish nothing but wrong. So the word reconciliation. What does it mean? Let's go get it right there. As we are live here, we are on the Google. So I'm just saying you another word, Google. Go og. L. Go og. L. So I'm just showing that. What? Come on, show it out. Show that. So it's going to show. We just want to say if the word had been used in Christ or Yeshua, like in those days, we want to have a word also what? Reconciliation. So to say reconciling, if I decode it now, it will be something higher above what you are hearing about that. You use it commonly, you abuse it. What is reconciliation? Then you understand what you haven't done, which you are claiming you have done it. And why on what level is that reconciling? However, if you fail to do this for 28, what carefully. So reconciliation, like we said, I said what? That the restoration of friendly relations. So that is the only word that defines reconciliation, not where you are using it in a bank or in your school or whatever. It's an abomination when you use it at the wrong place. I told you, right? Is that what you exercise your faith on? Now watch carefully. So the restoration of what? Friendly relations. His reconciliation with his probably whatever. So in other words, if you want to say a business partner is what you can refer to as a best friend, then you may have had some lashes and lapses which concern maybe you claim you have issued what? Command that they have received what you are saying has been paid. However, it has not reflected in their account because they are not the one to take it out or take it in. But your system is saying that it has reflected on your end or your the one to use it who paid said it hasn't reflected. And from 28th of November till date, Tigo, Airtel have not done that which they have to do. I found out that they were now lying in between. I've spoken to like 10, 12 people. Even today alone, I've spoken to the 4 people. Past few days, I've spoken to like, on the same day, I've spoken to like 6, let's say 3 people. So today and just say yesterday, it's like 7 people. And look at the time margin given from 28. Imagine the number of people I would have spoken to. As I call, then they'll give 24 hours. I call, then they'll give again 48 hours. All these things they haven't reconciled. They don't know the friendly manner with the colors I showed. Do they know the color meaning? So when I use the color or my colors to tell what they don't know is this. The spiritual battle they have failed is this, making them lose their best, which is the truth. Which the Christ said what? It will be hard for them to know the truth because he was telling you his side of the issue, that if you cannot bear him up, then he that cometh as the truth, you cannot either say it will be even workable or working with. Because he told them plainly that if you can't bear them, those things that he told them those generations back, if you can't bear them, or if you can bear those things with him, then you can also hardly say it will be for you to know the truth. Because the truth himself is the one with the main truth. And that you cannot say is a business of somebody that I'm doing. It's my personal business with the heavens. Now what? Let's take a second portion. Second portion of this word, reconciliation, says what? The action. So normally the action for making one view or belief compatible with another. You get what I'm saying? The action of making what? And I told you what? The action for. Because we are telling about the meaning of and for. So what is important here is that we take note of nothing, but we take note for what is needed now. For right there. So we can't turn it off. It means I'm not putting it away. We are talking about something needed now. We are talking on mission. So take turn on and turn for, on for, not off. You get it? So the action for making one view, or what do you mean view? So the action for making one view, at least for the first time, Tigo will be on this level that we are going to view it. One view. What I've been saying, like stated from 28 November, is one view. Now brought to the light. Watch here. And believe compatibility. So if it's not workable with spirit agreement, so compatibility go with what? Agreement, mode, terms, and conditions. That has to go with this. So if you think you have gone to any school to have a degree for as a customer representative, or you are the supervisor or manager of the company, you have fallen to the level that you have not been able to handle one person issue, and we have had to live with you for more than 19 years, which you don't know since it was introduced. However, we have known it from Ghana Mobitel, all the connection. Then let's talk about this part. Bars. It was then called Bars. And from Bars, you migrated to Tigo. And now you say Tigo Airtel to say 80, because I've been talking about 80 or ATT or AAT or that because of US network advanced technology. You are using it in a different business, so you have to make sure that you got all other things were working. You just found out what is business. Indeed, if you want to apply this in business, it means it's your best friend that should buy from you, and your best is what? The business transaction report. So at the end of the day, you don't have to agree on your end where I have not agreed with, because you can't look at 6 city payment and 5 city for data purchase. The same data purchase to teach yourself or teach myself and guide your path, which is toward the good purpose, because you're working for a white man. Tigo is not for black man. Tigo is, however, not for. So if a black man sits there and then he watches what somebody devil is using, then the black man's devil is pulling down the company. And we have to look at what? The white man's vision, which is showing the light. The light is what? The Bible told you, anywhere there is what? A hidden secret. Or anywhere there is what? Something you don't know. That is what we term as darkness, which will lead you to distraction. However, if you have somebody who is enlightened and practically sound and oriented on such a job you have been trained on, then you have seen the light. So something may be wrong with you as you don't know the truth. Now watch here. You have to have it as it is shown here right now. Now let's go quickly for the reversion as it is. You will look at what I'm saying that Tigo did, which you don't agree with, and as I don't agree, because what I'm doing is for you and myself, you using it. So you may have gone through what such level, and I'm showing you myself. If you don't respect nor the obedience to the calling of the word of the Lord, that should lead to what? The law court. And whatever we've done today, we're saying. Now this is a Sunday in the January birth. It's called Kwasi Bekoe and Sylvester. My name, Mission and Minister Sylvester, and having to what? Every other thing tell. So I can't always say I'm talking about Tigo, then I put you on advertisement. No, I'll tell you what it means to say art. Art is advanced technology. You are not a technology. So we are telling you what you are using for technology and business. You have to have what agree with the people in faith that if you are in a country that is with the Lord, then the party says you have not received it. You also say when I call them on customer front desk, they are telling we've noticed that we did a wrong thing other than the one you have to report 5 city and 6 city. I told them I was talking about 5 and 6 city every day. Even as they are aware and they have lodged and raised complaints on that, they keep on coming back to tell when I call them on any other day after their goal or timeline or deadline to come again, or returning officer to what you have to do. The other time, no, they've done it. Whereas the thing is not showing in my side. If it's showing on your side, then you are a liar, because it has to agree on my side, which is the text message that you send. Let's go there. Let's go there. This is the word. Now, what's the traffic? I'm not using internet for free. So if I tell you I'm not using internet for free, watch here. Am I on live? Is it on internet? Is it data right now? Watch even the speed. Watch the speed to the level here. And watch here. Do I buy data? How many? At least. Watch here 19.21. And uploaded maybe 7 point. Out of it, 7.7. for almost these 19 gigabyte that I've purchased, I probably on this day what maybe uploaded only 7 point something gig in the month, this close month. And previous month, let's talk about the total year, because I've started using this very new number on Virgin platform to just go on with this for like 3-4 months. Yeah, 3 months. It should be 3 months, because it's after my other phones and things and SIM card even have been stolen that I have to what, replace Tigo to this. I have never taken loan from Tigo. I'm the one who rather Tigo owe an insurance with my old SIM card. So Tigo cannot tell me that he is the one that may be taking a loan and run away with, as my number, the same number is on the channel. Let's just go for a conversation that who are you to say you want to imprison the one who prophesied something not? And then you are seeing yourself falling and you are blaming it on the one telling you what is happening. How do you agree that what I'm doing is from the Lord? Only the truth. And when you are falling, that is a falling part of your God or your creator. I'm not a God. I'm not the one the Bible is saying I should come and be telling myself I'm not a God. You don't know what is a God. I'm not limiting myself to what you think. And what yearly is what, at least 31.9, almost 32 gigabytes. So that let's say total upload 10, just listen to 10.10 gig. That means 1010. Balance well. Is this a liar showing you what works, or you are the one who have employed us to do it? However, I'm the engineer. What do you want to know? I've shown my what? My engineering certificate. At least such things we don't need certificate to prove. I'm the creator, so I don't need engineering certificate done proving that I'm creating. Who created what you are saying? I was asking you, do you agree? Understanding these colors, I asked them. All these colors, what do they mean? So even if somebody wrong is interpreting the colors here to be wrong, you the one who have learned well, don't you also know what it means? You don't see a vegetation, you don't see gold, you don't see the wealth, the Lord himself, you don't see the love that what blood that works in you as a spirit soul, you don't see it, you don't see the archangel blue, you don't see that. Who is working here over this? It's green now. What the speed? Who is it? Green over what? Red. So green is the one working here. You are saying what? That we want to say virgin or vegetation, the lifeline is working. Watch carefully. Now, what the reconciliation? Let's start from what? These messages. You look at the channel. How many times I buy data in 24 hours, less than 24 hours or 24 hours with a 630 and 530. Watch carefully. And you look at what I'm saying if you truly understood it. Let's not watch up to this. Let's go down. Is it not about data and data learning? If I'm the one who's doing wrong, what app do you find with my system that should be a scammer? Never. It is a business platform. However, if I talk about what I use the internet for, here you are watching. Your own teaching from university, you fail. Because it is spirit that proves it. That the Bible says what? You must pass through the oracle's test before your certificate works. You can't have a transcript or certificate to say you are what? You are learned or given. You have not passed. Because the test time is spirit. Which they want to say agreeing with the things you've learned to be proven truth. You are falling and fail. The Quora is on. I'm on it. And we are talking about the advanced technology, not just limiting it to somebody's technology. Watch here. Let's go for the 28 that we are talking about, the 63010. You look at what I did and you don't really agree with November 28. Look at the time. Just so soon we've catch up to 19 today. In this month. In this month that just came right now. And I've been waiting from the 28th till now. You have never solved the problem. And you end up lying. Lying, whatever you've done, it will show you. What is 28? 28. Let's get it quickly. 28. So the 28th day of the month or on this month. I'm just trying to look at it. That is why the whole thing is. That you understand what I'm saying. Watch carefully. Now watch here. What 28? This is what? Reconciliation. So if you are not with the account, if you are poor in thinking and handling issue with spirit, I'm better proving you. You are the one they have employed to make sure that you deliver the company's vision and goal and purpose. And you are failing it through your belief that is religion. Watch here. What is it? That I have purchased what? Listen very well. That you may understand what I'm saying. That I've done what? Why is the other 28? So that you know where I have purchased it very well. Let me say that from where it starts. So 28. How many purchases we have on 28? So look at it. Look at the 28. On this 28, you see that the purchase of internet. How many times? This one is 5 series. I purchased it on the same day, 28, right? This is where we have purchased 28. Now let's go for another 28. 28 again. And then let's say after paying this, they have to say what? That we have what? We have had to what? Purchase 2 gigabyte internet bundle successfully. And then we'll look at some of the things that you didn't know. What did I do? I have sent what? I have sent 5 cedi from my other Vodafone or other number to this, so that the total balance was what? 5 cedi, 7.1 pesewa. And that is how I do to know, so that you know the transaction wise. That is not an ordinary or somebody else that is sending the money. Here is it. So when I did this one, it worked with what? Data that they have to send message. This message can come here, whereas the data won't be working. That's what I'm telling you. And then it stated how many stages. One thing that I have to do. So I immediately send my facility for my own self. Then I have to have it. That dear customer I have received. And I have had what? 2 times purchasing data that they have to reverse. But this particular one, they haven't done it, because the first one I have to reverse or initiate what? Reversal by myself from Vodafone, that to show that Tigo I have sent what? Data money for purchase, or I purchased data from my Tigo wallet, which the money had to come from Vodafone to Tigo, and then I have to use it from Tigo wallet to buy data with Tigo, so that it won't bring any complication. So what I did was I had to issue what? Reversal from Vodafone, that the money I've sent to my own self with the Tigo number had what? Had not been given yet for a time that is margin you can't even stand it. And that immediately I issued the reversal from my Vodafone. Then immediately they also now approve of what? They approve of the thing, the data that I purchased, just to quicken them to know there's something wrong. However, it shouldn't come from there, if not they have delayed even that one. So this very one, it happened recently in the same month, this very month. It happened. So such things that we talk of is this. Now watch carefully, the same 28. That the main one that we're talking about. Look at the time I made a purchase here. Look at the time well. Now watch carefully. We want to talk about specifically the 28 that they were talking about. Look, where I have to purchase first. Let's say that I have what? Successfully, they will say it. But it hasn't shown yet. You have to show yet that I'm using it. Not that you saying that it has reflected over there with you and he hasn't agreed yet. Then you say I should come and say that you've done it. You've never done anything. Because if you do it, I'm watching the reversal, that the condition was that when I calls for what? Let's say reversal, you reverse the airtime thing or the data money back to wallet. That the wallet should be what you agree that you have reversed it. You have not reversed the money. You are telling me the data has come, or the data after what? Forwarding your data issue. That 28. What year? How many times I've purchased 28? Bundle just what? And let's take a look at the time frame for this one. Let's say this. Look at the data I'm buying from what? Just for 28. Watch carefully. Look at this one. I hope you see this one. On this date, right? This is also what? Another data purchase. This one is 6 cities. Do you see it or not? And then this particular one, watch here. This ticket was generated from them. For what? For what purpose? They said, dear customer, ticket number for this that has been created on my behalf. That I'll be updated once it is resolved. Now you end up sending a message that it has been resolved, yet we didn't see it. And then even with one of the solutions they thought of sending, you resolve it and the money is not in the account. You resolve it and I'm not getting data. How have you resolved it? Are you the one to agree with what I'm saying here that you've done, or you are just being a liar on the side somebody's dream? You are manipulating you on somebody's workshop where you have not created any job. And we are the one creating job for somebody to understand this free consultation, and you are saying what? How much can you pay? Now watch carefully. So that 28 alone, we have purchased what? Several. And look at the condition. If there was no issue, created or generated, watch carefully. Where is the thing that you sent? This is where you have what? You have said that the issue with what? Data purchase, which I'm saying, it didn't come. Watch carefully. Which I'm saying hasn't reflected. You send such a message and it didn't show. So what do? We have to say, look at the time we were talking about, the time that we have to be very accurate on it. Watch this very one. We want to take it from this point, that if it's on Saturday. So this one came on Saturday and then Friday. So Friday that I issue or initiated this very date, that on the 28th November, it was on Friday. And looking at the time here, 10 p.m. 10 p.m. which I did, and it didn't reflect. So I have to wait. Till the following day. However, the following day won't be the issue. That I have different options. This one is 24-hour validity. So if I purchase here and it hasn't been resolved yet, I have other options to buy with maybe the minimum I have, maybe 5 cedi, which is also for 24-hour validity. Now I need that one. Look at the time, 10 p.m. right? This is 10 p.m. that I made a purchase. You claim that you have sent messages to us, so it means that what? I have been given message or data. Watch carefully. This is what I purchased. You claim successfully you have deducted. So this message was successfully you have deducted for data purchase. It doesn't mean you have given us data. Now you also told us what? You told us again on this side that you have paid. I have paid what? I have paid 6 cedi data or 6 cedi with reference to what data. Now on what date? Is it not the same day? Is it not the same PM? That is what? 10 p.m. That is when it has been confirmed that you have deducted. So you successfully deducting doesn't mean I have received it. And what continuously? When is it? That's the 28th. So 28, watch carefully what is here. Watch carefully the time. You see it's 10 p.m. that I did it. Now what? Then what happened again? Then they send message. What? They say what? At or the Airtel what? Data special treat for myself. They have left off what? What I have done here. Then they are giving us a message for what? For 5 gig for 10 series. And that one which I purchased, you haven't released it. What shows that you release it? Now what the difference? Then at the same 10 p.m. I wake up the same following day, which is Saturday, which will be what? 29th. So the same midnight, following what? This transaction, that midnight, here it is. Watch carefully. That I did what? I now purchase again. Watch carefully. I purchase again. What? 5 cedi. What happens? I have to send money from different account of the same name. The same name, only different networks. The same what? ID certified. And we got it. So that was what? Is it the same? 6 cedi and 5 cedi. Is it the same? No. The 6 cedi is with this one which you have deducted or debited successfully, and then notify that I have made purchases successfully for data 2.5 gig. But you haven't what? You haven't released it. What you show again was this. That what again? What is it? That you showed it. You went out advertising, leaving the work, leaving the work. This is what we're trying to understand. If you don't know, you advertise leaving that which I paid for, unconcerned you became. Then it goes on the deal. What? Then following 29, you see, they didn't do that. So following 29, what time was it happening? This time was what? 10 a.m. You see, that was what? 29. I did the thing on what? 28th, 10 p.m. I purchased it. You haven't released the what, data. You are saying once your system tells you that something has happened, to say text message gone successful, it means I received it. Do you not hear that the Tigo network is a whole problem now in the entire Volta region, even part of Cape Coast, as they are saying? Do you agree? So if you have had agreement in this, go and call the engineers as I call them and I tell them. And we've been solving issue and finding out, oh no, this side is off, this side is off. Is it that I'm the one that worked free and you take money from us for working for free? Or you are the one to work rather to pay off the time I'm using which you have not employed? This is it. So in that midnight, 28th following what? 29th, that I purchased what? At the same time, watch carefully. What was the time that I've had to purchase? Just watch what I'm saying. I have to purchase 5 cedis. Can't you see the same time? Look at what we are saying. Watch carefully. That I told you the 5 cedi I have to purchase following this one because it hasn't come yet. So what do? I have to make, you are saying it has reflected, but I'm the one saying with even Tigo, when you purchase internet one, you are following transaction and queue. Several queue, I don't know why you have to do that. And this continues like that, and then watch carefully. This date, with reference to this date, I paid again. Watch carefully. What is the time right here? I hope you are following what I'm saying so that you understand the AM and then the PM. Do you understand what I'm saying? I hope you understand this one. Watch here. if I have to tell you that this 28th, that was Friday and Saturday. So weekend was the reason I don't have to call, because I know that you will report to work maybe at a time which will be late than the work schedule. Because if I'm learning and you fail to let me learn, and you deny the internet, you are the one who have caused someone to fail from maybe his university, and they have to what? They have to reconcile because they were to have a distant lecture. You deny them the right. All that you are doing to somebody, one person, right person, you are doing to another person. So that you have caused more billions that if you should pay, your company must be taken from you. So that you understand what I'm saying. If you are clearly listening. So I'm the one to tell you on the field, the main finding. The main finding, you don't have to agree or disagree. That I'm just to give you the raw fact. So that you look at, oh yes, trusted that it is true. And then you have not given us data. If you have given data, I don't think I have to purchase data in the short length, because I design like this and I have to publish and send somewhere to another country. And I design and broadcast like I'm doing now. And you fail to do all these things. Just look. So this same time, yeah, the 28th and 29th, that's what we are talking about. You, when I was calling, you were given wrong date, wrong time. So I agree that you claim you are seeing it. But today is showing how many times I buy data, even when I don't have the money. Sometimes one city I don't have to even buy food to eat. But I'm saying because of learning, we have to have it. Watch carefully. There we watch again. Another data, watch here. 5:30 paid on 29th in the evening, 10 p.m. Because I have to wait. So once you have said, we have data sent to us, and I'm saying, I haven't had it. I am the one, anytime you say, I send money and buy data, that's what is making you probably think I have received it. It's my own account I'm sending. Look at it. Can't you see? All the things that have to do with Tigo or whatever, I want to send the money for what I need it for. Let's say if I need only 60, I have to look for 60 and send 60. Then I purchase. If 5 I have to send for it. Some of these things, you went on doing things of 2 cities, which I even haven't mentioned. Look at this time. Just watch here. Watch what I did. Did I have to receive 5 on this date and time? Then watch again. And then I have to say, I made a purchase at 10 p.m. You are seeing the time that I've been buying, or it's just time if you have to change the time. And watch here. Then we have this successfully purchase. This one had come in the second time after I purchased what? 60. The 60 never worked. So I have to wait and see what is happening. That's why I have to buy another package. Because if the other package has not expired, I can't buy again the same, even if you have the money or that I have the money. That equivalent to what the data. And this I have been what? Following consecutively. Look at it. Look at for 29th. 29th alone. Just what 29th alone. What do you see there? 29th. From here. Watch carefully. That 29, we see what I'm saying. That you fail to bring the data. You see what I'm saying? Look at the time paid. Watch carefully. 28. Watch carefully. The time it was paid. And you are failing to what? To do this. What did you do? You have done nothing. Then we continue till we get here. Then we have to buy yet another what? Another data. And that data is this. So we were talking about the 28 that you mentioned, so that you take it from there. And then when you are changing the date, you are changing the time. You tell, and I said, then let me come to what? The notice board. And let's look at it. It's your own what? Business that I'm keeping for business purchase, but you are leaving the enemy to cause you to fall. There, from there, we move up. And 10 p.m. up again. Then, so as you think it is, you think when they say successful means successful, or you think simply when you pay tithe or offering in church, you think you are going to heaven. It's not true. You have to have the truth approved in you. So you cannot say going to church will send you to heaven. It's never true. But one condition of going to church is that you are learning the ways to do the practical. That's the only difference. So watch here carefully. And then I have had these things purchased at a time like this. We didn't appear and I have to wait until. So I have to buy this one. 5 city, and the 5 city came and I was able to use it. Because normally it won't be anything like that until something like technical. So technical, does that mean that all the things that I purchased I have complained? Or from the time I purchased, I have stopped purchasing? Or it's just one thing that I want to take? Or 6 city, what do you mean? What do you understand? And we have it. So 2 city continuously. And then watch carefully what we're doing. Now, I've had to continuously do this. And then we get to what? Another day here. And then what? On the same 30th. Now what 30th? So on 30th, watch carefully. 30th, watch carefully. Look at the transaction. What we did. Watch here. Dear customer, your transaction is what? Is in what? On the 30th. So watch carefully the date. You are saying 28. So what from the date 28 till this time? So transaction what? Transaction is currently in what? With it. Watch carefully. Watch here. So transaction is currently or being processed with this ID. Ask yourself, have I received it? What did I do before it was 5 cities? So 5 city transaction continues until it gets what? This part 30th. 30th, are you watching? I'm taking it from this level for you to understand how it is. Did you say that I purchased internet bundle 6 city and then you are giving me 2 gig, or it's rather for 2.5 gig? Do you understand it? And watch carefully. So that if this one hadn't come on this very 30th day, then the same 30th, what the time? Watch here. I made a payment, and that payment you have not given what? You have not given. So I made a payment, and you have not sent the money. You have not sent data. So look at the time here. 6 city at this time on 30th, which is what? At the time 11 a.m. 11 a.m. What do you think is the time? That was what? Following day, right? Around that time, I had to purchase it. So some of the things we do will tell how it is. Now what happened? Let's see what really happened. So let's see what really happened. You say that they are trying to slow or they are trying to pause so that they will misinterpret the time. So indeed, to get the truth is before you, the time and date schedule. Here it is. And we get to this place, transaction in progress. You said I have received it. And then here is the date that I have paid for 2.5 gig purchase. And look at it. And then you think that was all. It continues. Then we have to come to what? Another section. Dear customer, your transaction is in progress. For what? This particular one on 30th hasn't reflected. You don't know. I'm just saying from 28. Look at the time you mentioned. To this time, I have had to call. That if I make anything on, let's say that for weekend, Sunday, Saturday, then following Monday, you don't know what I'm saying, and at least you are even the best to know the place that we are talking of. Don't come and trick us or trick us for somebody to earn money. And we have also this one continuous to this day. So this is why you have to look into it and tell the truth that, oh, this day that I call for this. So Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday, Monday. This is the time frame. And you are looking at the time. Watch carefully. So look at it well. And this continues like that. So this is what time it was that I made it. And like this continues. That we have to say. They are saying we have received it. Now what say we get to where the whole thing you think is. Now, what do you think is the reason they have to send a ticket? Or I have to call them and they develop what? Or they have to issue out ticket with this number. And look at what they said. They said, issue has been resolved successfully. And I'm saying, and I have to call. What do you mean issue has been resolved successfully? Are you the one to give me what? Message, or I am to tell you the messages or the issue or problem at hand, I have received it. So I am to forward or push back to you a message that it has received or I have received it. But I haven't received it. Consecutively, I haven't received it. And look at that. So you say, why did you even handle the case? Where is the issue that you handle right there? Show us now. Now watch carefully. That I also made is that withdraw money from your property. And what did they say? That even has nothing to do with this. That you see what they are advertising is different from what? What do you think was the problem? That what? On this date, watch carefully, December 2nd. On this December 2nd. Look at the time, December 2nd. What did you do? That want to say ticket have been resolved. Why? This is the message down here. That it has been resolved successfully. Why and what? What do you think was the reason? And I told you, oh, I have to tell you the solution you provided with that. I agree that I have received it. So get a reply. That's a feedback. Again for the field like Motorola. You can say that your side is working and I say I disagree. And you are telling what? Then if they hold you accountable for this, it means that you have caused many the same. If what I'm saying here waiting in queue. If it's not on many people's something, you will tell me that I'm lying. Then what happened? Then they came advertising again. Then it continues. Then I keep on what? Just doing the thing normal. Because I know that that won't be a case when you can handle it. So that I continue. Watch carefully. And it continues like that. Why? Is it free? Am I enjoying internet for free? So watch carefully that you can't rob any missionary or ministry or angel. You can lose your entire life. Because I'm telling you, you don't know what you are doing. An angel is this talking to you and you don't know. In the flesh, which you are not aware that virgin, you can't treat him as you think. The Bible told you virgins are under no law. If you have not come up to the level like this, here, now as if that was all to leave that case, watch carefully. So we have to do it continuously. Watch here on this date. There, on this date, we have, let's say, I purchased what? 10 CD data. That was first time I had to purchase with this particular package. But that initially, I started buying with those maximum. Like, just to make sure we get a good plan. So when I come in and you are now having a good plan, it's because even the internet maybe it's become a problem somewhere. So you have to do things to what? At least make the people enjoy it small. Let's say value for buying internet, that the internet probably was slow, then they will enjoy data to a certain maximum level so that they will not feel it being slow, that it will get finished data and then you have not used it. That's the reason for let's say pickup and data adjustment. That's the reason. And watch carefully. And it's been like that. Now let's skip that session. Look at this date. I purchased data, 3 cities, and some of these things I have to send what? 1 city 50. Ask yourself if it has not been what? Such thing we talk of data. Why do you think it will be in here? And we have to have all these things as reconciliation to agree with your system that if you have sold it, you have taken money out. I'm not about to take money out of you, but you are expected to bring the data for money purchase or that equivalent. But you are saying your system agreed that you have robbed or you have taken money from us, and that you only said to push message without the package, like envelope without letter in. That's what I'm telling you. Because you have people who manually insert a message. So you can't tell me that whether it is true or not, it is not a human being that made a push. Some of these things that you can do manually are manual, but for data automatic is automated. Once you do this, you have to have it. You don't have to queue up people. What is wrong with you? Then watch carefully. If you do this and now you have a problem somewhere, it's because when you rob any clean person, you will be held accountable and you lose everything. Watch here, and then we have to have many other things. So let me go. Then it gets to what? Farmer's Day. If you take a farmer's money, you will be killed for it, I tell you. If you take anybody's blood for your kind of company, if it has to be your order to say idol that need a blood, you will be destroyed, I'm telling you, in my generation. Because if you do this, I'll tell you where you are coming from. Because you are not a spirit. Then proving the work of spirit, then we have to have it. Watch carefully. You don't know where we are, that's why you don't know what is happening. Now let's go straight to current date or issue. Let's say to today's effect, let's say where here in December. Finally, just from this side, we have gotten to December and more like lately this time. And then some of the same thing when I buy data, let's say 2, 3, 4 midnight, 4 to 7. It was adjustment that maybe I have a post like one message I want to text. Then you make a provision for data I can buy. While we buy it, it won't reflect. It will come, and then some of these things you came later realizing that my data is hanging, and then you came try to resolve it, even which we haven't talked of. I haven't mentioned the 2, 3. I've mentioned what I mentioned too, because if I want to use data for 2 gig, if I don't get it, that thing I want to upload or download, it won't go. Don't tell me that you've done that which you haven't done. You think the tongue that I have here is you to talk about you. Are you my son? Are you my daughter? Are you my wife? No, it's only on business terms. So you can't rob or you can't have somebody come and tarnish the image of the company of a white man. Because what do you think the white man needed it for? 60 or 10 billion or 1 billion. You have money. All this data you create is just a code. Just a code. It's just a code. So you are making money. You don't even need to talk about somebody robbing you. What do you think? What do you buy? What do you think made the data? It's technology and spirit. So at this point, you say that you are making money from data purchase and marketing, and then it shouldn't be your issue at all. And watch carefully. when I have to communicate with them with my Vodafone line, calling the office, paying with airtime and voice, and also calling their time again with their number, calling with the same for the same issue, they will come and tell me, oh, it's for 5 Later, when I have to talk about it, they say, oh, they saw it. Indeed, it is 60, and all of that. This was, oh, we give you 48 hours to reflect. When I call, they say, oh, they've done it. They think to have been reflect. Oh, then they'll report again. They say lodge, to lodge again. Then they lodge another complaint. They'll 24 hours to reflect. It hasn't come. Then, if you have resolved it, why would you not say that? Then later you are now telling me you have done it. Watch here. Like, I keep on just buying my data for doing what I do. Do you think I get paid? I don't get paid for anything. It's the money that I have to have for porridge that I'm using for this. Because what I'm doing is the healing to the world. And not for your church. I don't come from a church. I'm not an Islam. I'm not a Christianity. I'm not a fetish priest. I don't do anything of that.